Yeah, you guys want to go north, go south. You guys actually have seen quite a few. There's a door to the north, there's a door to the south. And in fact, that door to the south, you had actually opened that. That was a long hallway that went south and kind of just abruptly ended. Then there was over there to the south, there was also the stone miniature statues, and there was a cart in there that you could see, and it was behind a portcullis. And then you could see that there was like a natural earthen cavern that kind of went to the west also. And then there was the portcullis to the north, where you had seen that there was a dragon statue that was pointed right towards the portcullis, and then there was a couple of small little alcoves. And the one alcove was kind of like the alcove that you had seen back in the crypt area that had the red glowing light coming out of it. So you also had seen that also. So what say you, adventurers? So many different ways to go.
So you don't want to check out any more of these pools out here?
I don't care to, but if you really want to.
Totally up to you guys. You guys can go wherever you want.
I'm kind of done being by pools.
Yeah, I think I'm done with the pools. Am I unconscious still?
Yeah, you guys, actually, that's something that we will talk about. Because where we left off, you guys had just had that big combat with the meat golems and also the water elemental that just literally shredded the entire party. So let's go ahead and we'll do an encounter roll. Is there any place in particular that you would have liked to have taken your long rest?
I think this room is fine. What do y'all think?
Yeah, it'd be good.
All right, someone give me a D20 roll in the tower. Well, not even in the tower, just do it in the wide open.
I just want to be read bedtime stories and become a loaf on somebody's chest.
All right, so let's go ahead and tell the party tracker that you guys have had a long rest. You'll get back your hit dice heals that you expended. You've got all your spell slots back, all that good stuff. And during the rest, sort of right in the middle of the rest or so, a goblin, not a goblin, but is that a goblin gnome? Same thing, almost. But
close enough.
So a gnome comes from around the corner, and it is what appears to be a little rock gnome, and I'm going to put him down on the map, and in fact, he comes from around the corner here. And he's actually riding what appears to be like a white wolf. So you can kind of hear the wolf panting, and you hear the claws kind of scratching on the stone floor as he kind of rounds the corner and kind of pokes his head in there. And also Gimbal, you can see that there are some adventurers that are in this huge room with a giant statue, and you can see smoke coming up from one of the bubbling cauldrons on the floor. There's quite a few big pillars. One is smashed open. Actually, a couple are smashed open on the sides to where something has actually come out of it. But then you can kind of put two and two together and see that there's a couple of these large golems that are dead lying on the floor also.
My, what do we have here?
Nice.
Who goes there?
Oh, what's happened? And I'm gonna come up to this golem, and I'm gonna hop off my dog, and this little rock gnome hops off and puts his little spectacles on, and he starts sniffing around this rocks, almost literally looking for um, looking for how this golem came to be, and trying to fit the pieces back together, and what was smashed, and what did what. And I'm pretty much ignoring you guys as I'm doing this.
And another thing that you notice, your cutthroat or your rogue Breeze is gone. Breeze is nowhere to be found. She has totally disappeared.
Maybe she floated away.
What are you doing?
Well, can't you see? Look at this. Look at this mess. Did you make this mess? Look at the rocks. Broken.
Actually, it was a flesh golem that came out of the column.
Oh, where's that?
Well, his arm's down there by the south. I hacked it off and kind of tested the pool with it.
Oh, quite grisly. So who are you?
My name is Lintarm.
Lintarm.
What is your name?
Ah, I am the Right Reverend, the Gimbal. The honor.
Do
Gimbal.
you remember?
You can just call me Gimbal. No, I do. Well, I have a lot of names. But you just call me Gimbal. That's fine. What
Gimbal.
Well, the rest of you. Oh, hello, a cat.
Yeah. And then she's gonna sneak up to the dog and just try to investigate the dog.
Oh, don't worry now. He's not a real dog, but well, you're not a real cat either, so I suppose you'll get along famously.
Excuse you.
Well, he's not a real dog.
Very nice.
He's a familiar.
I'm still a real cat.
A familiar.
Oh, I see. No, I meant no offense. A tabaxi, are you not? And he'll adjust his glasses, and he's looking at you very closely, like uncomfortably closely.
I'm gonna poop him. Just like
what?
Poop him. Nudge him with my head.
Oh, well, perhaps you are a real cat, and he'll. I'll give you a scratch behind the ears there.
She's
After
a
like
scaredy
2
cat.
scratches, I back up a little bit. Fine.
Nice.
Well, I think you are the group I'm looking for. Maybe not. I
Looking
don't know.
for? What are you looking for? Somebody in particular?
Well, Delphin told me that someone had his wand and he wanted it back.
I've got your wand. My name's Zero.
Oh, yeah, I think that was it. Zero. Yeah, that sounds right. Yes, sure, whatever you want. Well, you've got the wand then?
Are you a spellcaster?
I dabble in the arcane arts, if I do say so myself. Not too shabby. And then I'll start like looking around the rocks again.
Where's Breeze at?
Oh yeah, the rogue is
It's
gone.
quite stuffy in here. I don't know what you're talking about. What? There's no breeze at all.
She's a lady.
I go by the pool of acid. I lost consciousness for a while there, for a minute, dealing with a water elemental.
Oh, where was this? And Gimble's very excited at this point.
Well, there's a puddle down there to the south a little bit. It's what's left of the water elemental. So, Delphin wants his wand back? He lent it to us to use in our search.
Right, but he has. Well, didn't he say it was only a lend? You can't have the thing. I think it's one of his favorite wands.
Yes, but he did give it to us to use until the charges were spent.
Well, aren't you
And
done
then
with
it would-
it?
Well, no. Why would you assume that?
Well, I assumed you would use it. He said you would use it, and then I was to bring it back to him.
This
We're
is
still in the
great.
process of using it. He sent us here.
Well, what are you doing here?
Dave, can I do an insight check to see if he's lying to us?
Sure, you can do that.
You're short.
I am quite tall for a gnome, though. So I suppose it's all relative, isn't it?
You're short.
You're quite furry.
Both truths.
No,
I can make obvious observations as well.
you look more like a goblin to me.
Goblin? My, that's quite insulting to a gnome. It's ridiculous, goblins.
Calm down.
Do something to you. That's
And you're
very
patting me on
rude.
the head.
You don't know anything about gnomes, but if you did, you'd know that's horribly insulting. Compare me to a goblin, my goodness.
All right,
Well-
calm down.
Use the wand and give it to me. Just do whatever you came here to do.
I take it you'd like to tag along?
Well, I just came for the wand. Well, what have you got to do to use it? Use the thing. What did you come here for?
Come here looking for an altar.
Well, what's the wand good for? It's not a wand of altar finding. Well, not that I know of, anyway.
No, but it's a wand of find secret doors, I believe.
Oh,
And
now
what we're
I
after
see
is
that.
behind a secret door.
That would be quite useful. Yes, I think so. What
An altar
can I
kind of
do?
has a secret door in it. Kind of.
There could be a secret door within a secret door, outside of an altar within a secret door. It could be.
Maybe we'll put you behind a secret door.
All right, enough of this.
Sounds like a little bit of a threat there. I must warn you, I am not without my protections.
We are also in search of a red wizard of Thay to bring her to justice back in Daggerford.
Oh, I heard of that. Red wizards, not very delightful people. They're quite unsavory types, I think. What did this particular red wizard do?
Apparently, it's also really hard to say.
This wed wizard was involved in the attack on the Flotian estate.
That doesn't sound like a red wizard, but whatever.
You're stealing the keys for a big bad.
A what now?
A big bad.
Let's see. Well, where is this altar?
No, that's why we're looking for it.
Well, find it so I can get the wand and take it back.
Well, let's
Stop
move on then.
talking and walk.
I
He is-
will just ride
love it.
my puppy. Thank you very much.
He's a chatty gnome. I love it.
Gimbal, you are welcome to join us, but we must complete our quest here.
Well, I'm not going anywhere without that wand. Join you or not, I'll follow you till you're done with the wand and then take it back. That's what
Thanks,
I'm
guys,
here
for all of the follows. I appreciate it.
All right, shall we move on then?
All right, adventurers.
Don't forget your cat.
Oh my,
Yes,
what
speed
is
is to it.
that? And Gimbal hops off the dog and is trying to take apart the mechanical cat at this point. He whipped out some
wait,
tools in
Gimbal.
his pouch. and he's-
Gimbal.
Well, look at this thing. It's marvelous. What a magnificent feat of engineering. See this thing.
This was a gift for me.
Well, let me just have a peek inside of the gears. It won't take but a moment.
Go ahead, take it apart.
No, what? Are you going to destroy, damage it?
Well, that's not the intent, certainly. I'm sure I can put it back together once I'm done poking around a little bit.
Well,
Let's
if
see.
you're sure,
I'm gonna need my screwdriver here, and then I'll need.
be careful with
Let's see,
Spear.
There's gotta be a hatch somewhere.
I've
on
gotten
this
to like
thing.
her.
Maybe your dog. Maybe your dog will eat it.
It's not a real.
This is
dog.
great.
Well,
not a real cat.
That's a good point. Yeah, I suppose he might.
Yeah, so when you
And
pop the little panel
Look
off
quizzically
after
at
you
the-
find it, and when you pull the panel off, why don't you give me an Arcana roll really quick? And you
Dave,
can
I
just
have
roll
it-
that
I have
in the.
I have advantage on this because
Yeah.
of my trait.
Yeah, you can do that and just leave it out in the open.
I'm gonna lose my cat, aren't I?
Oh my gosh.
Thank goodness you got a good bonus.
Wow, I've never seen anything quite like this. It's amazing.
All right, everybody also has one inspiration as well for tonight. But you can use your inspiration to re-roll that if you want to.
I think
Gimbal.
I will if that's okay. So let me
No,
take
that's
my
fine.
inspiration. Because that was hard to do worse than that. Oh, and I forgot advantage there. There we go.
Wow, that's pretty clutch. That's a pretty good roll.
So what do I know about this little critter, Dave?
I am telling you right now via message.
Excellent. Ah, yes. So, who gave you this cat?
Well, Alicia Ambergold.
The Lich, did you happen to pass her on the way in?
Oh, no, I avoided her. My goodness, no. Liches are not to be trifled with, but, well, I suppose you survived, so couldn't be all that bad. Well, she's quite a clever Lich, I suppose. Whose cat was it again?
Mine. Lynn.
Ah. Well, Lynn, well, there
What did you find?
Nothing. I just think it's, well, you know the reputation of liches, I think, right?
I told you not to trust this damn cat.
Well, I just
What?
think that if you get, well,
Not
not
you,
you,
Ray.
dear, not you, dear. You're lovely. It's this cat. If you accept gifts from liches, they'll definitely come with, well, with what you'd think a lich would do. That's that right. Yes.
So he picked up
I
the
like the
cat and he
cat.
took it apart. That was actually really
Well,
good.
I dare say it's a marvelous little creature.
So
But
what can you
See
tell
how
us
well
about
cats
this
are
cat?
better than dogs.
What can I tell you? Well, the cat is working as somewhat like a familiar to the lich. But I suppose if that doesn't bother you, it won't bother me. Now let's find that altar, shall we?
Ooh, I told him, but he did not tell the others in the party.
Oh.
Interesting.
Grumble, messing with my cat.
He didn't tell them that they were actually seeing scrying
Spear.
stones.
I think she's spying on us, Ander, making sure we don't break the deal.
Yeah, I think we ought to pitch her in the boiling water. What do you think?
Well,
I
that's
agree.
that's what I was telling you. That eyes, they're scrying stones.
Ah, he did tell them.
But I suppose you could have deduced that by your own by looking at. Well,
Yes,
why would
yes,
a
of
lich
course.
give you a present? Yes, quite an impressive little creature.
Are we moving on?
We decided
take
which way
care
we're
of-
going?
I was headed to the north,
Yeah, it is Dragonbait. What's up, Dragonbait?
but if you want to stop me and go a different direction, you can.
Wait, who has the
Yes.
wand again?
I do 0.
Well, don't
This
get
is
out
too
of my
good.
sight, sir.
Sorry, guys, if you
Try to
hear
keep
background noise tonight, because I'm having to bypass
Hey, there's a door
my
up here.
board because of these Microsoft patches, Windows patches.
No
Now,
shit.
where's Bree?
There is a door, yeah. There
That's
is
all right,
a
I-
stone door.
I've seen breeds do this before, so I want to check and see if there's any traps on the door.
Yeah, you're looking down there, and actually, it's quite noticeable that there's a lot of disturbed dust down here at this door, and you could actually see that there's a couple of what appear to be tracks, maybe some type of wheels or something, because there's dust everywhere in this entire estate, and you can see that there's a couple of wheels that kind of lead off to the southwest.
I'm gonna hide my tail.
All right, I'll go ahead and open the door.
Okay.
Well,
You
hold
op-
on, hold on now. Hold on.
What? What?
Back away
What?
from the door. Don't you? You're quite an inexperienced adventuring group, I say. What if that thing was tracked? Could blow you to smithereens.
I guess we should check that.
I suppose you should. Or you could just open it, and I'll cast Mage Hand, and so this green spectral hand just kind of appears in front of the door. Back up, back up. I'll open it up.
Oh, that looks handy.
I would get to the side if I were you, and I'll open the door.
All right. You open up the door. There's a hallway about 10 foot long going to the north, and it looks like it opens up into a larger chamber because you can see the room kind of opens up to the right-hand side or to the east.
Oh, no fireworks on this door. Kind of disappointing, actually.
That's quite useful. Remind me next time we find a door. Well, I think this will work out well.
Did any of these doors blow up on you yet? You seem all in one piece. I guess not.
And the door definitely did not blow up, that's for sure.
What's
So
in
all
here?
safe.
You notice Gimbal doesn't seem to wait for anything.
No, it might be safer if you're at least behind me, just in case. I have a lot of armor. Whoa, but you're big.
So it looks like it opens up into a 30 by 20 foot room. And inside of this room, there are a bunch of smashed pedestals, broken statuary all over the place, some torn tapestries some are still on the wall, and several have been ripped down and are basically on the floor. There is some really nice small pieces of furniture that's been busted up and thrown all over the place, and all kinds of shards of pottery. So this looks sort of like an art gallery at one time. And it's all just torn apart and shredded, and you can also see that there's been recently a disturbance, a lot of large footprints. And also you can see that there was that same set of wagon wheels, or wheels in general. You could tell that it was some type of small little vessel that you would pull around or maybe push, but it definitely looks like a cart. And you can see the wheels have kind of been rotated around the room. Sort of like maybe they were, whatever wasn't broken, maybe somebody was, I don't know, loading it up or something. And then as you kind of look up, you notice that the entire ceiling is lined with these beautiful glass mirrors. So as you look up, it's nothing but glass mirrors. And you can see the reflection of yourselves and all of the rubble and debris and trash and stuff.
Well, if this looks to have been an art gallery, and apparently there was a critic, a very violent critic, came by, and took a look. I'm going to look around. And I'll start like trying to put things back together and just sift through the trash, broken bits of things, and a couple of things I'll just stuff in a pouch and take with me, and I'd like to investigate the room there.
Sure. Yeah, you can go ahead and give me an investigation check. And also about these glass squares that are on the ceiling. They are pretty much in 10-foot sections, so you can see that there are 6 glass panels on the ceiling. And then there is a door to the north as well. Another one of these stone doors, just like all the other stone doors that you've seen in the Ambergull estate. But everything that you are picking up, Gimbal, doesn't appear to have any kind of value. It's just like kind of broken pieces and pieces of rubble and tapestry.
It's got value to me. I think it's fascinating, so I'll take some anyway.
It does.
But do I notice anything about the mirrors as far as how they're affixed to the wall? Can you see behind them, or is it just like a sheet of mirrors?
You can't see behind them, but it definitely looks like they are mounted up there, because you can actually see the mounts that are kind of in between the panes of glass.
Okay.
So yeah, but you don't know. I mean, you can't see if it's, a stone ceiling above it, but something's definitely holding the glass mirrors up.
Well, I look up there. Look up there. Does anyone have a ladder? And I'll start looking around for a ladder.
There's no ladder in sight.
How high are they? How high is the ceiling?
The ceiling in here is about 10 foot. This is a shorter room. But there's, like I said, there's some broken pedestals and stuff where this pottery was sitting on and whatnot. So,
I don't have a ladder, but I have a 10-foot pole, if you have any interest in it.
Well, I'm not quite that nimble to climb up a pole, but you can try it.
No
Here,
thanks.
what about this? What you stand on this pedestal here? That's about your size, and I'll stand on your shoulders. Promise not to drop me. And I bet there's something behind those mirrors, or maybe, well, just there could be something up there. I've got to look. I just got to look.
Your
spidey senses are going on. Boy,
I
he
see
is,
them looking
isn't he?
and run away.
All right, that's fine.
Don't be breaking no glass.
Well,
If
I
you
won't
want some help up there, I will.
glass.
I'll help you. So can I gather it up enough, like of the stuff, to where I can stand on, relatively sturdy?
Sure, yeah. Actually, you can take like 4 of them, put them together, and make one semi-stable platform. Yeah.
All right.
I had a pretty.
So you would put 4 of them together, and it would basically take up a 5-foot square section of flooring. So you'll have a 5-foot platform, 5 by 5 foot platform to stand on. And plus, those stone pedestals are fairly heavy, so it is actually quite stable.
Okay, I'll get up and. All right, Gimbal, I'm ready.
Now you're not going to drop me, are you? That'd be very rude, sir. Very rude.
No. I've got you.
I'll clamber up on your shoulders and up.
So whereabouts do you put the pedestal in the 5-foot squaring?
So
of the floor?
yeah, I'll direct him to kind of put it right underneath an intersection of 4 of the panes, so I can take a look at the mounting and see if something
right
can
there?
come undone. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking.
So somewhere like maybe right here, where the arrow is, the pointer is.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. So yeah, you can put those 4 pedestals together, and it's pretty stable.
How heavy are you?
I was at 40 pounds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm a little dude. It's no problem, man. All right, little to the left. No, my left. Your other left. There you go.
Nope. Okay.
Yeah.
I got
Right
it.
there. Dave, what do I see about this? Is there enough of a gap that I can peek behind the mirrors, or can I unfasten them in any way?
You could probably unfasten them for sure. You kind of press on them, and it seems like they've got some flex to them. So it doesn't look like it's a... You definitely think that you could probably break them if you wanted to break them. But then there's also probably, I would say, there's four rivets on each side of the 10 by 10 pane, and if you could take the time and unfasten all of those rivets, and basically just kind of turn them to the side, and then you could just lift the pane down that way too if you wanted to check behind.
That's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to use Mage Hand to go on the unfasten the rivets that I can't reach from where I'm at.
Sure. Yeah.
And then it'll go to the other side, the final one. It'll unfasten and then hold the pane and try to push it up and slide it out of the way. So I'm trying not to break the thing with myself and Mage Hand, but I do want to unfasten it and get it out of the way.
No, that's beautiful. It takes you actually have to concentrate pretty intense to get the Mage Hand. Those things haven't been moved in a long time. But you eventually work, all 16 of those brackets loose, and with the help of you and everyone else, you can get that panel down. And when you get the panel down, you're exposing a 10 by 10 piece of ceiling inside of this room. And right here, there is a 5 by 5 foot section of roof that is missing. And you can see upside of it, see up inside, and it's pitch black, but it looks like there's a room up there. Because of the glow of your Mage Hand, it kind of illuminates up into the hole, and you can see that there's another ceiling about 10 foot higher. But it's really dim. The Mage Hand doesn't give you a whole lot of light to work with. But you can see that it is about another 10-foot ceiling. Looks like another room up there.
Oh, I found I knew it. I knew there'd be something fun up here. There's a passage. I can see it from where I'm at. There's like a tunnel up there. And I'll direct the party to what I'm seeing and where it's at.
Sure. Yeah, it's right where the green pointer is.
Let's get this other panel off. Come on, let's just get them out of the way. And I'll try to do the same thing with this other panel that's kind of covering it.
Sure.
So we can look
Andrew
into the.
Andrew looks back to Zero and he says, "I've got a bad feeling about this."
Are the walls smooth?
Well, I thought you said your
rocky?
altar thingy was behind a secret door. Well, sir, I think that's pretty secret to hide a door behind a mirror like this. A whole ceiling of mirrors.
Are
the walls smooth or?
Yeah,
Kinda
to answer your question, Rain, yeah, they are. They've actually been plastered over, and then you can tell that there's probably about 15 to 20 different hooks coming up out of the wall and the plaster. That's pretty much where they hung all of the tapestries and whatnot. And like I said, several
I'm
tapestries
climbing my ass
are.
up. I got 20 feet of climbing movement.
Sure. Yeah, there's like I said, some of the tapestries are still hanging there, but they're all ripped up and shredded, and some of them are lying on the floor. Ripped up and shredded.
With the hooks and everything and my agility, I can easily get up into that area.
Yeah, you can definitely use your cat-like reflexes to get up there. I don't even think there's any... You don't even need to do any skill check either, do you?
That would probably be damn discretion at that point, wouldn't it?
I would say no, because of all of the plaster and whatnot. You can dig your claws into it. Yeah, you can just scale right up that wall. It's not like it's a super hard... I mean, there is earthen wall behind it, but you've got, a good inch of plaster that you can really dig your claws into to get up into that hole.
Well, then while they're yakking, I'm already in the hole.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So
We've got a good climber here.
Yeah. So as she's climbing up, as Rain is climbing up into this dark cavity, you guys start to smell a rotting smell. And you, on the other hand, Rain, with your dark vision, you can see that this room has the same dimensions as the room that you were just in, 30 by 20 foot. And there doesn't look like there's any exits in here. However, there are a bunch of sarcophaguses that are leaning up against the wall. 12, to be exact. And then you kind of get a better look as your dark vision, focuses in, and they're actually sarcophaguses that are made out of wood. So they're like a wood coffin.
We got more dead up here.
Yeah, it definitely smells it has a rotting smell as you climb into the upper chamber of this room. So I guess you're climbing in all the way,
preserved.
right? You're climbing in all of the way, I assume, right?
I'm getting up in there and sitting my ass down on the first floor that I can.
Oh, on the first what now?
First part of the empty floor, where it's not the hole.
Sure. Yeah, just put your token on the grid on where you're sitting down.
Rain, is it dead or undead?
No.
Actually, you do know, Rain. So as you sit down on the floor, I'm just waiting for you to put your token. Okay, so you sit there. 6 of the 12 wooden coffins, the lids basically shatter as you see wood splintering everywhere, nails splintering everywhere, hitting the stone walls. You can hear the nails flinging against it. Ping. 6 glowing figures emerge out of these coffins. And they look like this. They are definitely heavily armored. They definitely appear to be undead. And this is just as you were being asked this from the room down below. So why don't you go ahead and give me an initiative roll, everyone. Not going to give them the element of surprise because you actually heard the coffins explode open and whatnot. Nice roll, Rain.
Sorry for that.
Forget where the initiative was on this, bud? It's been a little while.
I forget where it is.
No, actually, I put my character sheet behind another window, and I couldn't find my character sheet.
Well, you gotta organize that desktop, bud. I got a nice tutorial for that. Yeah, check it out.
I should.
All right. So here's where all of these whites appear. And we've rolled initiative. Rain. You luckily have a 24 initiative, so you're first in the combat tracker. So what do you do as you are almost startled? You heard the boxes kind of rattling a little bit, so you were kind of expecting something.
Startled cat jumps back down the hole.
All right. So are you going to tactically retreat down into the hole, or are you just going to jump right down?
Oh, I'm jumping my ass down. I have slow fall. I'm not afraid to jump.
Oh, that's good. But I will, however, give you an attack of opportunity with a longsword. And the attack with the longsword is a miss. So very nice job. You are back down onto the floor right here. And what else would you like to do? You still have your action, a bonus action, and all that other good stuff.
Running behind them. Big dead. Big dead. A lot of armor. Big dead.
Where's she going?
I'm guessing undead.
There is undead, because right after Rain jumps down from the hole and runs to the south by the door, screaming, an undead figure that I've already showed the image, he jumps down and chases after her. So you can go ahead, Lynn, you can give me an attack of opportunity.
I will.
Andrew, what square are you in? The upper square or lower square where you're at?
Lower.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. That's a miss with your longsword, Lynn. This figure kind of moves back and forth. He moves here with cat-like reflexes. No pun intended, Rain. He moves here, and then he moves here. And 010, you can give me an attack of opportunity as he leaves that square directly below you. You can give me a basic attack.
Okay, how do I do that?
On your character sheet, there should be hopefully there should be a weapon for you, your club or whatever you're using, right? Whatever weapon you have drawn.
I have a club.
Yeah, just take that plus. See, you don't get to attack very often, so this is like dessert for you, man. So you just pick up that +3 and drag it right on top of white number 1 to see if you hit. As he streaks right past you, going for Rain.
Yeah, if he streaks past me, I'm staring at Gimbal, just shaking my head.
Yeah. Why? Okay, so I'm wondering why did... Okay, that is going to be a critical hit. So you've hit. So I forgot to take prone and unconscious off of you from the last session because you were knocked out from the water elemental.
Yes, I was.
So on the upper right-hand corner where it says modifiers, where it looks like the aiming square with the circle in the middle, open that up and then hit critical, lower left-hand corner. And then take your damage, that's 1d4 plus 1, and drop it on top of the white, and it will do a 2d4 roll.
Okay, say that again. What am I looking at?
Okay, upper right-hand corner, it's the modifiers button, where it looks like a square with a circle inside of it.
Okay.
Open that up, and then the modifier box comes up. Then click lower left-hand corner critical, and then you can close that box up and then take your damage back on your character sheet and then drop it on the white. And instead of 1d4 plus 1, it'll do 2d4 plus 1. I almost said plus 2, but I caught myself.
It's not shocking grasp.
Yeah, but if he took Warcaster, he could.
Take that. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, you gotta take the damage. It's beside the attack roll. It says 1d4 plus 1 in that box. Yeah, make sure that crit button is still checked, though. I'm not sure if it reset that in the modifiers box. So that's how you do an attack. Just make sure that... There you go. So you crit. It partially resists your attack, but you crit it nonetheless. And you do a total of 6 piercing damage. Well, bludgeoning because you used your club. All right, very nice. And then this thing... It gets right here. So let's see. It took 5, 15, 20, 25, and 30 here.
Plus the drop.
Yep, I already counted the drop in. So that should be an attack on Rain because he's chasing you down. So he's going to use his longsword attack. So let's get that in there. Actually, it's going to be a life drain attack, which is a 19. So you're going to take a total of 4 necrotic damage, and now I'm going to need to give you a saving throw. All right, so it looks like you've let's see. Go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw. The parsed effect is not working. Seems like a lot of the parsed saving throws have kind of orked a little bit lately. Okay, so you failed your saving throw. It is a DC 13. So your hit point maximum is going to be reduced by 4 from the necrotic damage. So your maximum hit points now, Rain, is going to be 23. All right. So we need to write down, wrote down that you've got a 27 hit point max. So we'll go ahead and go on. So you can continue to, but you can feel the life force being drained out of you as this thing basically just sucked the life out of you. All right, so let's go next to another white. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He drops right down.
Y'all hear the screeching cat.
He drops right down, and he will go ahead and attack Lynn Tarn. So the attack on you is a 9 versus AC, and that's a miss. All right. We've got 5, 10, 15, 20. All of a sudden, glass breaks. Don't worry, it's not where you're at, but on the floor drops down a white right in front of you, Gimbal. As the glass pane shatters, the 10-foot glass pane shatters to the north of you. And then there's a 5-foot hole up above you. And this thing appears right in front of you. He has his long sword drawn, and he slashes you.
Eek!
Gimbal, you're hit with a 16 versus
Dave,
armor
I'm
class.
gonna go ahead and cast shield.
Okay, very good. So you should be able to take that effect and put it on your token on the map. All right, very good. So I'll take the attack again, and it's now a miss. So very nice. 0-10. It's your turn now, as you just heard the glass pane shatter behind you. You weren't affected by any kind of damage from the glass or anything, Lynn or Gimbal. It was a 10-foot section of flooring to your north, to the north of you.
Okay, well, I'm going to chase after the white that's chasing Rain.
Okay.
Right here.
I can feel a shocking grasp coming on.
You feel it, huh?
I can feel it.
I wasn't going to do it, but I was going to do a firebolt.
Okay, sure.
And this.
All right, so, yeah. Anytime you cast point blank at something, make sure you do it at disadvantage. Now, if you would have, if you would have attacked right here, it wouldn't have been at disadvantage. But just remember, any kind of ranged attack with like a bow or a sling or a crossbow, or any ranged attack, if you're point blank, you would definitely do an attack with disadvantage. That's the penalty of shooting something really close to you. Instead of taking the attack of opportunity like you would have in previous editions, they eliminated that. So,
is that
But if
good
I
a
take
wild
that-
magic roll?
Yeah.
Well, it's supposed to be for a any kind of spell that has a spell slot attached. But if you want to, we can do that. Because I was going to ask you that anyway. Do you want to roll on cantrips as well? I'll give you that options. I'll give you that option actually.
What do you think, party?
No, I don't think so.
There's a lot of good stuff as well. There are some bad things with the wild magic table, but there is a lot of good things too.
We'll leave it at level. We'll leave it at the spell levels, but if let's say when I reach level 7 or so, we'll do cantrips too.
Or how about if you're just feeling frisky and you just want to take a roll, or you can do that too.
Okay.
That's what we'll do. If you feel like rolling a d20, I'll allow you to do it. Because I love the Wild Magic table, so
Yeah, I bet you do, Dave.
I definitely do. I've had players grow, players shrink, let off stink clouds, cast fireballs on themselves. Oh, it's been fun. All right. So, we've got next is Ander, you're up. And you can hear more scuffling from up above as well, Gimbal and Lynn.
All right, seeing that shit's going down bad, I'm gonna cast Protection from Evil on myself.
What about me? Come on, man. Share the love.
Selfish cleric.
I know, I'm the one being chased after.
So I'm gonna yell to Rain. How many?
6?
Wow. So Deb can. Which ones are on our level?
The one
Is
that's
there only 2 that's dropped down?
yeah,
so far?
the one that's on the level where White 1 is, and the one that's I'll basically move all of the other ones off of the map until they emerge. So basically, those 3
Thanks.
are the whites that are on the floor. Yeah, and then I'll just add the other ones. As
I'm
they
gonna
emerge.
swing and attack this one right in front of me.
Swing away, sir. Nice hit with a 21 with your longsword.
And then I will divine smite that.
Ooh. And you know you're going to get a bonus damage because of it being undead. And it will actually take that into consideration too automatically. Look at all that damage. That's not just damage, that's van damage. 21 slashing and radiant damage. Very nice. All right, Gimbal, you're up now.
Okay, I guess it's my turn.
It is.
So I will take the
Thanks for the follows, everyone.
disengage action, Dave.
Sure, yeah, cost your action, no problem.
When I get to here, I'm going to go ahead and cast Misty Step.
Okay, that should be a bonus action, right?
It is.
Such a great bonus action spell, I love it. 30 or 35 feet, yeah, it's nice.
So that will take me to here.
All right. Look at that. Anything else for you? Any other movement? Do you have any other movement left?
I do have movement, so I'll make a little bit more movement. I'll get to here.
Okay.
And then turn around and face the party.
Okay. We'll go to round 2. Rain, it's your turn again.
Alright. Scaredy cat gonna try to scratch the eyes out of the lady that hit her.
I could see you doing that. What's up, J-Dog? Nice slash. 24 versus AC is definitely a hit. 5 slashing damage. Let's see what that offhand claw attack does. Ooh, nice spin. 23 versus AC. Wow, Rain's hot tonight. Oh, she's always hot, but 7 slashing damage for a total of 12. Very nice.
Now I have
Anything
an
else?
idea.
Okay,
So,
what is your idea?
no.
Hey, Twitch, it
I
is
can't
live.
do it this turn.
Okay. The white that's on you senses you still have much life to drain inside of you. So it does another life drain attack on you, Rain. As you
0?
As you dodge out of the way, it misses. Its second attack, however, is going to attack you with its life sword, his long sword. So basically, the life drain is coming from his hands, and he's attacking with his long sword. So the long sword attack, it hits you. And he's using it one-handed, so it's D8. Ooh, and he does maximum damage for 10. You are heavily wounded.
High pitched screech from